I've been doing a lot of thinking recently about the exact habits and goals that I do each day. And less about the overall, like, what are the goals I should be doing, and more of how should I format them so that I am actually making the progress that I want to be making in life. And I was watching a podcast the other day in which they were interviewing Alex Mosey, and he brought up the idea of the leverage and amount of times you do something. AKA, the more leverage you have, the less times you need to do it in order to get the results, which means you can also use the exact same amount of effort to do high leverage things in order to get the results. And something clicked for me in that this mentality is much like when you are grinding enemies in a video game. The idea being that if you need to get from level 4 to 5, you don't go and grind the lower level enemies. You don't go to like the level 1 slime and keep doing those. You can do that, and eventually you will get to that next level, but it's much more beneficial if you start going towards the level 4 enemies. Yes, it'll be a little bit more difficult, but the overall result is that you will level up a lot quicker because they give you more experience. So I was thinking about this in regards to the actual tasks I do each day, and what are the high leverage things that are challenging me and actually have me struggle sometimes to achieve them, but the result that I get from them is much better. And what are these things that I can do every single day and actually have it as a binary state? Now, if you've heard me talk before about the goals that I set, I like to have a binary state, which is a clear yes, no, definitive point. Have you done 100 push-ups? Well, if you've done 99, it's no. If you've done 100, it's yes. And if we can apply that mentality to the high leverage tasks that we do. So things like, I like to read each day, and I choose the books that I have been recommended or find people who I aspire to be like and look towards what they recommend. Once doing so, I can find that if I read at least one chapter every day of one of those books that someone has recommended, the knowledge that I gain from that can be very, very valuable as long as I then also do something with it. But the fact being that I know that that is a very high leverage result that I can get if I'm struggling with something. Even more so if I make sure that it is specific to the type of problem that I'm trying to solve. It's good and all well to know, oh, if I read about habits, I will do better in this regard. But if I'm reading about particular habits that help people quit addictions, then that's a much more refined, higher level enemy that I can grind on and make sure that each day I'm reading 1 or 2 chapters in the books in relation to that. Another aspect is when I'm actually just doing different things, when I'm making different things, I can choose the tasks that I know, yes, these are my high leverage tasks. These are the ones that move the needle the most. In my RPG system, I've basically created the scaling system of 1 to 5 of the importance. If I can be doing the level 5 importance things every single day on a regular basis, or at least moving towards them on a regular basis, then that is something I want to do. And I can break those down into, okay, let's assume I'm trying to reach more clients with my business. Well, what I can do is I can send out 100 personally customized emails or 100 personal calls. The idea being that these are very high leverage for my position right now, where if I can make sure that people are both interacting with my thing and actually giving me the time of day to then go into the idea of how I can provide them value, that is much more valuable than me going, oh, I'm going to make a post about what I do so that my followers, which don't really engage with me at the moment, can potentially go, oh, I think I know someone, and then leverage that. Although that could happen, it is much less likely. So being able to focus on the high leverage tasks and go, okay, I need to send out 100 today. Otherwise, I do not stop working. And yes, that may be the workaholic in me. Figure out what your limits are when you're setting these types of things, but I enjoy work so much. So being able to spend time dedicated to a grind that is specifically designed around the high leverage tasks that move me towards the main quest goals that I've set is a mindset that I'm definitely working with right now. And currently I'm actually updating the real life RPG system so it actually integrates this sort of mentality as well. So please, I would love to hear what you guys think about how you focus on the tasks to do each day, where you figure out what the high leverage tasks are, and if you have certain numbers that you have to meet with them, because I like having a number. So it could be 10 of something, it could be 100 of something, but having a specific number that makes me go, okay, that's what I'm focusing on, and there is a binary state of I need to do 100 of this thing, I need to do 10 of this thing, and if I haven't, then I need to keep going. So if you have anything like that, please leave them in the comments below because I'd love to actually hear it, and hopefully these sort of insights will be valuable to you as well. So if you feel like you want to hear more of these, feel free to subscribe, follow along the journey, and yeah, thank you for watching.